Going live on YouTube, second day, day 2. Just got out of the shower, just finished a workout. You guys are actually going to cook breakfast with me. And then, wow, that was fast. You guys will cook breakfast with me. And then I will go live after that on the other platforms. Good morning! My name is Branden Alaen. I'm a full-time content creator and I love my life. I'm living my dream. And I hope that you guys do the same. So I'm gonna make some eggs. While I wait, because, no, it's okay, I'll just make the eggs. Should we put some jams? Pump some jam. The only thing is that when you put jams with YouTube, the sound quality and stuff, not the sound quality, the copyright and all that jazz. Hey, what's up? Good to have you here. It doesn't show who's here, but what's up? Hello, Jen. I'm actually gonna go live on TikTok after this, but I figured I'd cook on YouTube. I'm gonna open this up a little bit because I shaved my chest, so it's still the skin is still really sensitive. I need like a lotion or something. Okay, let's do this. My favorite thing to cook, eggs. You know, I have been learning variety creates chaos. Like when there's so much to choose from, it's really hard to make a selection. But when you're constantly eating the same thing, your body gets used to it. Your body loves it, actually. It gets the digestive ready. You have to think about your ancestors. Our ancestors used to eat very similar meals consistently. We who choose all the variety, we confuse our bodies. You know, especially when you start doing these like diets, like, oh, no carbs, yes carbs, no protein or whatever, just meat, no meat, just vegetables. Like your enzymes, your digestive enzymes are constantly getting confused because they're like, what the hell should we be eating? Because your body is a machine, right? Even though you're consciously making different decisions, your body is the machine that has to prepare for what it's going to eat, what it's going to do. So I'm going to make, literally what I've been doing robotically is eating 4 eggs every day. And then for breakfast, normally I don't eat at this time, but I'm going to start eating as soon as I get out of the gym so that it's like a direct. I make a ton of spinach and then I drop 4 eggs into it. Welcome to my cooking show. No, this is not, I'm not a chef, guys. This is the only thing I actually cook right now, but I'm becoming a master chef at cooking eggs. Welcome. This is my second day doing a live on YouTube. And from now on, I'm going to do little pop-up lives just because, like, why not, right? Why not? Anyways, what I was saying is that I was learning about the body and enzymes and certain. I used to study to be a doctor back in the day. Back in the day, I was studying in the pre-med process, right? And I found out a lot about biology, biohacking. I studied a little bit more on the digestive system to figure out how it works. And I found out that your digestive enzymes follow the routine that you create. So if you're going from like keto to paleo to the next diet, South Beach diet, whatever you're doing, your body has to create the enzymes necessary to do it. So if you stop doing it, so such as if you stop drinking dairy and then you reintroduce dairy, that's how you become lactose intolerant. That's why, because lactase is the enzyme that helps you with lactose. So your body has to produce those enzymes. So the more consistent you are in a routine diet, the better results you're going to get. Exhibit A. So I have just been consistently eating, and I've actually been sticking to more, I mean, I love chicken, but just eating more things that were alive and are still kind of alive. Okay, like fruits and vegetables today, but don't get me wrong, I love me some cheese. I love cheese. I freaking love. Like the problem with this cheese is there, I like one cheese for me, one for the food. And then it like, even though the cheese is gonna go on the food, I still find myself snacking on the cheese. Let me be cheesy. What's up, guys? This is so cool. I never really do, I was gonna say TikTok live, YouTube lives. And I just figured we're gonna hang out here from now on. This is gonna be my pre-screening before I go on TikToks. So welcome to my YouTube channel. Wow, am I officially saying that? I'm very new, I have 500 subscribers. But I actually started this account in 2017. I've been consistent with Instagram, Facebook, now TikTok, but with YouTube, it has been a resistance. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go live, okay? I'm not gonna try to fight the algorithm with all the cool videos and the special effects and all that stuff. I'm just gonna hang out on the live. Awesome. Okay, so it might be because there's people that are not subscribers. And this is today's outfit because linen is actually really good for the skin. I think it's kind of like a linen. I don't think it's a cotton. I don't know, actually. Uni Glow is good regardless. I hate when you can't figure out what material is anything though. What is this? Yeah, 100% linen. There we go. And I'm in the desert. I'm in Dubai. But I'm not going outside today. And I figured this little chakra, it's turquoise, but it also represents the voice chakra. And today I'm going to be live streaming and talking and everything. So what's up? But anyways, I wasn't here to talk about my food. I was here to talk about consciousness, and I got sidetracked. But I guess now we can talk about it. Yesterday I went live and I said, imagination is more important than knowledge. And I know that at the beginning, can you imagine that? I know that in the beginning of hearing that, oh, wait a second. Did this not turn on? There we go. Imagination. Okay, this little clicker thing came up. Imagination is more important than knowledge. And I know when you hear that, it sounds like a little kid saying that. Like, imagination is important. But it really is, because if you think of it, your perception of reality is the reality that you have chosen to live. Okay, TikTok asks me, do you want to make this suitable for kids? I said no. So I know that I'm speaking to adults right now, right? And I know as an adult, sometimes we underestimate the power of an imagination, but imagination is the very thing that is ruining your mood. For instance, you check your bank account, you receive a text message that says we need to talk. Somebody takes a long time to respond to your message and you automatically feel like you're being ignored or you're ghosted or they don't like you. All of these things are within the imagination. It just so happens that our imagination is directed by this like Steven Spielberg whole mystery movie that we're creating in our heads. It's not even a reality. Right now, as you tune into YouTube and you're hearing about what's happening around the world, your imagination takes it further. So if you think about it, it's not so much the knowledge that's being presented to you. Oh shoot, I ran out of butter. Can you cook without butter? Sorry, side note. I am from Miami, Florida, but I'm living in Dubai. Can you cook without butter? You know what? We're cooking without butter. We're gonna figure it out. It might get a little sticky, but it's whatever. The egg yolk should be like the butter, right? It should be fine. Anyways, you see this is live. We're just having a chit chat, not to be taken so seriously. I don't want to use a cooking spray. What is in those cooking sprays? I'm trying to be healthy out here, as natural as possible. Like this cheese, probably not that natural. Anyways, guys, so honestly, if you think about it, your imagination rules your life. You're in a good mood today or a bad mood based off of your imagination, based off of the expectation of where you think your reality is going. So just earlier I was dancing and I was literally in front of the mirror, right, about to take a shower, and I'm like, yeah, because I'm so excited about life and everything. And it's because I'm not just excited about what's happening now, I'm excited about what is to come. And maybe the reason you're stuck and you're stale is because you're not excited about the days to come. And what is the definition of depression? It is the belief that your best is past and you're living in the worst of your days, but you're no longer going to experience greater days. If not, you wouldn't be sad. So it is your imagination of what is coming in the future that is causing that. That's why when you have a breakup, you think, I'm never going to find love like this again, or it's never going to feel this good, or this is so horrible. It's because your imagination is that the best is past. But if you realize that if your heart is still pumping blood and there's oxygen circulating through your body, then this is just the beginning. How old are you guys? I'm sure you're not 80, 90. Come on, we're young. I'm 35. Younger. I know we got people in their 50s, maybe 45, 60, 20s, 22, 18. You see, you start to figure it out. What the hell? Oh, okay, there was water at the bottom of the pan. But honestly, I'm not going to get too preachy here, but I want you to think about it. Imagination, what you're imagining of your situation. Ooh, that's a good way to say it. Imagination is what you imagine about your situation. And do you imagine your situation shifting or staying exactly what it's like? Because your life will shift starting with your belief of what you want your life to look like. You know, I was thinking today, somebody asked if they could have a question. Yes, you could definitely ask questions here, guys. This is for you more than it is for me. I'm just cooking eggs. I'm just making some eggs. Okay, so when you... Should be fine. When you go to the gym, you go to the gym because in your mind, you have an idea of how you want your body to look. Right? Well, when you wake up in the morning, do you have an idea of how you want your future to look? And I've noticed something, that a higher level of genius and a stronger level of intelligence and creativity and flow comes when there is faith of better days. And I've also realized that there's an entire blockage and just like this bliss, this black hole, when you just can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and realizing that you are the light at the end of the tunnel. You are the breakthrough that you're looking for. You are the miracle that you're waiting for. You are the answer to your own prayer. I know you think it may happen from outside of you, but no, it's you. It's you coming to terms with the fact that your imagination got you exactly to your situation. Your imagination is the reason why you're in your current situation. And your imagination wasn't your choice, unfortunately. When you were a child, it was. But when society came in, when the school system came in, your parents' spheres of life and their fear of money and everything came in, then your imagination became a product of their imagination. And your manifestation is a product of their imagination. And unless you choose to make a different pathway, you repeat the cycle. I believe the reason poverty stays within the family is because the perception of it stays within the family. And I believe those that are rich continue being rich unless they make stupid decisions, because their perception of wealth is also, they were raised believing that money is all around you and opportunities for money are all around you, and it's safe to talk about money and it's safe to be abundant. In poverty, you're constantly thinking that life is difficult, life is a struggle, and you're always going to have to work really, really hard, and it's never going to be enough money because money doesn't grow on trees. I was told that. Money doesn't grow on trees. But if we come to terms with it, this future, there's more millionaires and billionaires than there ever has been in the world. Why are we not the ones circulating wealth to us? Well, because we're not allowing ideas to come in. We're not using AI to make business ideas. We're scared that AI is going to take our job instead of using AI to build our business. You see, it's the perception that you choose to look at life from is what you're receiving. You are receiving a life based off of your perception of it. It's a beautiful day to believe in your dreams. It's a beautiful day to believe in your dreams. I know. I'm so cheesy for YouTube, right? I'm not super cool blogger like, hey guys, check out my YouTube channel. It's more like, it's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I don't know, I kind of want 2 wraps, but I think I might be able to fit all of this in one. No, I'm not gonna stress that, okay. This is the bomb diggity. When I start a restaurant, y'all better order from my egg platter. I do that. I get like a wrap. And it's gonna be called Wrap It Up. Because I literally can make every kind of wrap as long as it's within the wrap. And then I get a little bit of sriracha, which I think sriracha has met its match, but let's see. Because yesterday it was literally at the edge of glory, but today, let's see. Okay. Because sriracha, you just need a little dab of sriracha. You don't need a lot of sriracha there. You see? Just a little. In Spanish, you say un chin. And then ranch, which I know it's not the healthiest, but God bless my soul because I just want a little bit of ranch. There we go. Ta-da! And then you wrap it up. And you sell it for $15. I don't know. I don't know how to wrap the other part, but then it becomes like this. Ah! And y'all going to McDonald's, you don't even know what the food is made of. And you could be ordering from my restaurant. I don't have a restaurant yet. We're manifesting that. Okay, so, maybe a breakfast restaurant in Dubai. Why not? You see, that's the thing that I realize. It's like, why not? Why not? Why not? How many other people got restaurants out here? Why not me? And when you start to look at life from that lens, and then you think about it, hey, you know what? It makes sense. What would I call it? What food would I serve? What would I, like, what location would I choose? And that's how it materializes. And then before you know it, you're meeting people who also want to invest in your business, because it's not just your money, it's what you invest with it. It's people are going to support your vision. Investors come. You know, there's something called silent investors. People with a lot of money that want to support your idea but don't want to be on the cover of it. So they need a face. And you can be the face. And this sriracha can be the sriracha that frickin'... I'm going to end up with sriracha. No. Sriracha. Okay. Are we done? No. Okay, we're done. We're not going to hold on to things. We're not going to squeeze the life out of things that are no longer useful, such as your imagination of a failed future. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Where's my angel? Hold on. Actually, did I turn this off? Okay. Let me not leave the stove on. What's up, beautiful people? Wow, no, I'm going to have to cover this up because I'm going to go on TikTok and TikTok is going to say indecent exposure. Put my angel. This is my angel wing. You know when you see a feather, it represents an angel? Well, for those of you who believe in that. I believe in all that. Once I released religion, I stopped believing in the fairy tale of religion in general. I started waking up to what is really happening around me. If religion was powerful, the world wouldn't look how it does. Religion is a control system, and that's why the world looks how it does. Okay, let's see. Oh, and that's actually one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. And I'm not going to get too much about this, but I do believe that, you know, in religion you're taught heaven is a destination. I believe heaven is a manifestation of how you live this earth. Not leave the earth, live in the earth. And I think to pray and wait and hope and wish that things are going to be better on the other side is crazy. Like it's an expectation that can leave you pretty high and dry, because why would you experience this world so real and then expect the one outside? And apparently your soul is what leaves, right? And your body stays. But energy is neither created nor destroyed. So how does it leave? Where does it go? It's just interesting. The things that we're taught, the things we believe. Okay. My favorite one lately is when they say, like, how they say the devil's gonna torture you. It's like, isn't the devil on your side if you don't follow God? It's just a whole narrative that we're taught, guys. It's crazy. Okay. Hold on. I've been actually listening to this book about consciousness. And it says, like, it was actually a book on consciousness. It says that Christ was talking about consciousness, not about an actual, like he was really trying to awaken imagination. And because it was such a powerful system of control at the time, like the emperors, the empires, like religion and empires were twisted at the time, that people would surrender to it, and he was trying to do away with it. He was actually very against the religious institution of the time. So then why did we create a religion based off of him when he just wanted an awakening? Interesting how we flow and follow things for the sake of tradition. The food you crave today, a lot of times, is because you were raised with that food. Well, the religious belief you follow is also based off of what you were raised with. But when you begin to realize that the Industrial Revolution was also imposed, and we're beginning to realize that working till you're 65 is not something we want to accept as our reality. So why do we also accept the cultural belief that was given at that time? All of it was a system of control. What if we're supposed to operate like gods? Not as servants. Something to think about. You guys want to meditate? Let me get some water. We're gonna do an affirmation now. I'm just. I feel led to tell you this once I'm done with this bite. What if people didn't tell us or impose on us what they believed we were designed to look like, to do, to be? Our soul would look more like this. What if we really believed greatness was in our DNA? Yes, there's 8 billion people on this earth. But what if there's so many people on this earth because so many people are dying with that still inside them? And what if you're here watching this right now because it's time that you awaken it? And greatness looks different on everybody. And it feels different to everybody. I have a platform, 200,000 followers, and I share my day-to-day inspiring people to be disciplined and live their dreams. I believe that's a product of greatness. As I live in my greatness, I exemplify greatness, and I make greatness attractive and accessible. But so many people get a career to get a job, or to get a paycheck, to pay for a life that they're not even enjoying. And at the end of the day, you didn't come into this earth to just die and pay bills and pay taxes and exist. You came here to do something with your life. And some of you are in a job that's doing nothing for you, but making you sick, stuck, stale, and sad. This is the moment you start asking yourself the necessary questions to say, am I happy? Am I really believing in a future? How can I start living my best life, and what does my best life look like? And how can I become more disciplined starting today? Ask yourself that question. You see, the more we return back to our natural selves, which is the great, epic, divine version of us, like, children are limitless. You know that they've done studies on a child's mind, and the creative genius that exists in them is endless. But here you are, doubting yourself, because the world has been cruel to you. What if I told you you had the power to heal your own body? That your cells would listen to you? And what if I told you that money is attracted to your smile? And the happier you are, the more magnetic the energetic flow reaches you. And what if I tell you that every part of your dream and imagination, the more that you work on it, will produce a world that you live that started from the inner world. I've been listening to books from the early 19th century, and I realized they understood this. Before TV, before YouTube, before TikTok, before Netflix, before live streaming, I was just watching somebody like, oh, I have all these streaming. Guys, you're streaming, but your streaming is getting in the way of your dreaming because it's postponing your imagination. And hey, I stream. I watch Netflix, I watch all this stuff. But I understand that before I had intentions attached to my life, everything was a distraction. Now everything I watch, some things are for entertainment, but a lot of it is for empowerment to get me to that next space. YouTube is a huge university of empowerment. But at the same time, guys, like, our brains are so clouded with visuals and things that we can't see. Some of us can't even remember what we did in the last 3 days. Like, if we had to recollect our last 3 days, it's so hard because there's so much stuff going into our heads. So what if you start repeating this in your head? There is greatness inside of me, and I shall live my best life. And you just start from there. And then you ask yourself, what does my best life look like? We're going to do affirmations, and I have to keep track of time because, what time is it? We're going to do affirmations, and then I'm going to keep track of time because I am going to go live. I need to wash my dishes. Okay, 20 minutes. One affirmation for now is stop reacting, start observing. Stop reacting. Start observing. The present is the only place where life exists. This is only a thought. These are ways to start understanding how your brain operates. Chances are your brain overthinks. Your brain creates blockages because it's too analytical as opposed to it being powerful. Peace, I heard this from a Buddhist wisdom. Peace is not from a perfect world. It's from a trained mind. Peace is not from a perfect world. It's from a trained mind. It's very, very powerful. So, I want to do an assignment for those of you that are here. I want you to practice for the next 20 seconds to silence your mind. Every time a thought enters, you kick it out. Every time a thought enters, you kick out the thought. You just silence. and just practice breathing. Okay, 20 seconds of breathing and silencing of the mind. It's not an easy task, but we're gonna do it in 2, 1, go. Interesting, no? Just focusing on breathing versus everything else. We're gonna try it again. This time we're gonna do 30 seconds. Just breathe and just focus on breathing. Don't focus on anything else. When a thought comes in, kick it out. Go. Okay. Isn't it interesting? I don't know about you, but I tell my brain, okay, relax, relax, stay still, be calm. And it's like if I'm speaking to an animal, like if I'm trying to train an animal to relax and to be calm and to not think of anything, when you're breathing and you're controlling your breath and you're just trying to think about your breath, other ideas are trying to creep in, but you're going to begin to tell yourself, relax, relax, just be calm. The present is the only thing that's real. The present is what is real. Let's do it again. We're going to do this for 1 minute this time. If you're just tuning in, we're practicing a breathing to silence the mind. And I want you to keep this forever. You could forever do this, and this is how you learn how to start meditating. But beyond all of that, it's just how do you learn to take back control. You can't always control your thoughts, but you can control your breath. And as you control your breath, intentional taking of breaths, it takes your focus off of your thoughts. And it's instead of spiraling, because thoughts take 6 seconds to then spiral, you just think about breathing. You just think about breathing. You just continue returning back to your breath. A monk said that's how meditation is. Meditation is not completely silencing, it's returning when your thought leaves you. So we're going to start now for a minute. Go. If you're just tuning in, we're practicing breathing and silencing the mind. Just take a deep breath in and ignore every thought.